Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome to my channel. I know I haven't posted in I think 3 months since this quarantine happened. I've been losing a lot of motivation and just not creating much content, like creative ideas of like what videos to post and stuff like that. And a lot of things has been happening in the world. If you guys haven't known, if you guys know what's going on in the world, then you guys know what I'm talking about. While I was gone, I read a few books. I was in a reading slump for like a long time, not like a long time, but like, you know, for a while. And I was just like, I need to get out of this reading slump. Like I couldn't read anything because like what was going on, and I got out of it obviously, and read some books. So I've been reading books for the past couple months, and I was just gonna update you guys of what books I've been reading and just catch up on things and what I'm currently reading also. And yeah, so I haven't made a content, I haven't recorded a video in so long that it's kind of weird being in front of the camera right now and just talking because I don't know what to say. But honestly, I have a script right here. So as you guys know, in this video I'll be doing the books I've been reading, or books that I have read in the past couple months, and the books that I'm currently reading right now. So that's what this video is all about. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I'll be going, if you guys see me looking down every couple minutes, it's because I keep looking at my script. So the first book that I was reading, or I already read, was The Wives by Taryn Fisher, and I gave this book 3 stars. I really enjoyed the book. It was a really good book. I think the only reason why I read the book is because of the synopsis, because it was such an interesting book. I was just like, why not? If you guys don't know synopsis, this book was about this wife. I think her name is Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Thursday, and she's one of the wives of the husband. Like her husband have different wives. I think he has like three wives plus her, something like that. And she doesn't know, like she does know that he has other wives, because obviously by her name is Thursday, because he goes visit her every Thursday, and the other wives he sees like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on and so forth. These other wives don't know these other wives either. So like she starts investigating because she sees like a note in his pocket, the husband's pocket, of a name of his other wife called Hannah. And ever since then she's been investigating Hannah, basically just seeing the other wives and stuff like that. I don't know, I really didn't like the book. The book was really interesting. It kept me hooked, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like that, like towards like the third half of the book, it kind of just fell off, and it felt like another thriller that I knew like what was gonna happen and stuff like that. And it was really good, I liked it, but just towards the end it kind of fell off. And yeah, I don't know if I explained the synopsis wrong or right, because I'm reading it from Goodreads, so the synopsis is always vague. So if you guys want to know more about the book, you guys could go search it up and stuff like that. And yeah, so the next book that I read was After We Fell by Anna Todd. If you guys know, I talked about this book a few times on my channel. This is her 3rd book in the series of 5 of her books, and this book was so long to read. Even though I flew by this book kind of quickly, but it was very, very long to read. But I don't think I need to explain this book. I feel like everyone knows like this series a little bit, but if not, I'll jog your memory. So this book is about Tessa and Hardin. They met on they met well, he met Tessa on her first year of college, and ever since then, like he's like a bad boy, has tattoos and piercings, and like she already had a boyfriend back home, but like ever since she got to college, she met Hardin. She started to like hate him at first, but she started to like him because like he starts like being interested in her and stuff like that, and it's a whole hot mess. Like, you guys have to read this book to understand why I say it's a hot mess, because their relationship is so toxic. It's like so bad. It's like, I can't explain it to you. Like, it's so much things that happen in the first 2-3 books, because this is the third book, that I'm just like I think this third book was the final straw for me, because I feel like their relationship is like a roller coaster. Like, it goes up and it goes down, but it goes down for like less than a second and it goes back up. Like, it keeps going. Like, a lot of things happen in this book that I'm just like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, I gave this book 3.5 stars. Mostly her books, like I think the first book, I think I gave it 4 stars, and the second book I gave it 4 stars. This one I gave it a lower rating because of just the drama and the extraness in the relationship, and the toxicity of the relationship was really, really bad. Don't get me wrong, I have a love-hate relationship with them, Tessa and Hardin, and I don't know, it's just every time I read this book, it just makes me happy, and it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad, but would I recommend this book? Yes and no. I'll probably recommend like the first book a little bit. The second book, kind of. The third book, not really. Like, it's like a yes and no. It's like a 50-50. But I really did enjoy this book. This book has 834 pages. So if you're not a person who could read past 500 pages, then this book is not for you, because like, each of her books keeps getting bigger and bigger, and I think I'm used to reading like 600 pages, 500 pages of books, because most authors do that. But I feel like for this book, she could have dimmed it down to like 600 pages. Like, 800 pages, like, that is a lot for me. But yeah, so would I recommend this? Yes and no. So it's up to you if you guys want to read this book. Okay, so the next book that I read was The Other Misses by Mary Kubica. I hope I said that wrong. I think I did. But yes, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars, 4.5 stars, and this one was really good. I think I actually like this one. This one gave me what is that book? It gave me like Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough kind of vibes, because like the way, well, if you guys read the book, you guys will understand what I was talking about. But yeah, this book was really good. The reason why I read this book, because this book is going to be turned into a Netflix series or a film, and I was like, I had to read it before I watch it, because like I had to have this rule of reading books before they come to the TV show. But I'm glad I did, because this book was really good, and plus I got this as an ARC from NetGalley, so I had to read it. So yeah, so I gave this book 4.5 stars. Now this one is about this family, this wife and husband named Sadie and Will. They moved to this nice house in Chicago, and like a small town in Maine, and they found out like their neighbor Morgan was found dead in her home. So Since then, the wife Sadie has been very, very paranoid, scared, and all these different type of things, and she's like basically on edge. She tries to learn like what happened to Morgan, like what happened to her death, what happened to her, and basically all these other things start to happen. It was a slow burn, like it was kind of like a slow burn. It was like a typical thriller at first. I thought like I was gonna find out like who's gonna happen, like what's gonna happen, and like that it was like a plot twist like towards the end, like the middle third half of the book, and I was just like, oh, like what? Because the book goes between Sadie and it goes back to like a childhood of a person. I can't really say per se because it's gonna ruin the book, but it goes between Sadie and then a childhood of someone. So yeah, so the book was really good. I really recommend that book. I really do, because it kept me on my toes and it kept me reading for more. It helped my interest, so I do recommend that book. Okay, so the next book that I read was It Sounded Better in My Head by Nina Kentwood. I gave this book 4 stars. This was a YA contemporary. I got this as an ARC from NetGalley. Most of these are, well, yeah, 3 of these books that I read was ARCs from NetGalley, because I was trying to catch up on my my NetGalley ARCs, because I'm so behind on my NetGalley ARCs, but that's a different story. Yeah, so I gave this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed this book, because you guys know I really love romance. It could be any type of romance. It could be young adult, it could be adult, new adult, it could be anything. I will read it if it has romance in it, a little bit of romance. This one was really cute. I really liked it because like I feel like I related to the main character a little bit. That's kind of rare, because most of the books I read, I kind of could relate to the main character a little bit, but for this story I really related to her, because like we had like similar similarities, like, you know, she's like awkward and shy and she's an introvert, and it's just so much things that I related from the story, and I was just like, oh my god, like I feel like I'm reading me a little bit, you know? But yeah, so this book is about a girl named Natalie. Her parents recently just got divorced, and you know, she's kind of mad because her parents really didn't tell her. Like, they kind of waited a long time to tell her that they got separated. And her 2 of her best friends, like, they're together, and she kind of feels like weird because like she kind of likes, well, she did like one of her best friends. I think his name is Zach, and stuff like that. So after that, everything changes for her between her home life and her friends, and then romance comes in her life unexpectedly, and I really enjoyed it. It's like a nice fluffy read. They say that the book is perfect for fans to all the boys I loved before in emergency contact. So that's the reason why I read the book, because I really loved To All the Boys I Loved Before, and I didn't read Emergency Contact yet. I know I'm taking a long time to read that book, but I'm gonna read it soon. But yeah, I really liked it. I really liked the book. I really like the cover too. The cover is really nice, and yeah, so I really recommend this book to anyone who loves romance. Okay, so the next book that I read was Unfollow Me by Charlotte Duckworth. Yeah. So I gave this book 3 stars. I did like this book, but for some reason I cannot remember why I gave this book 3 stars. It wasn't really thriller to me. It felt like I was reading like a fiction book that I don't know, it just didn't feel like thriller to me. It just felt like I was reading a regular book. It kind of just went downhill after a while. Like, it's kind of lost its touch because it caught my attention, and then it kind of just went like, like, what? But I finished the book because I really wanted to DNF the book, but I was just like, it's an arc from NetGalley, so let me not do that. So the book is about this like vlogger woman. Like, she has a family. Her name is Violet. She vlogs. She has 3 kids with a husband. They vlog on YouTube. They have 1 million subscribers, and until one day, like, she goes missing, and everyone wants to know like what happens to her, like what happened to her. No explanation. And like, it's this one lady, for some reason they don't tell me her name, but she is obsessed with Violet. Like, she watches her videos daily and everything, and she's trying to like understand like what happened to her. I think it goes between 2 perspectives. Yeah, 2 perspectives of 2 ladies who knows Violet from watching her, and it's basically investigate like what happened to her, why she went missing and stuff like that. And I felt like the book was just, it was kind of bad. I'm sorry to say that, but like, it caught my attention, and after that it kind of just like, it went all over the place. It couldn't just stay in one place towards like the 3rd half of the book, and I just really want to know like what happened to Violet, and is she alive and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know, some people will like the book, but for me, who loves thrillers, it didn't really like make me like, oh my god, I loved it so much. But yeah, so that's why I gave it 3 stars. The next book that I read was I Know Who You Are by Alice Feeney. I gave this book 5 stars. I really loved this book. This book was really, really weird. The reason why I really like this book is because I love this author's writing. Like, her writing is so different from any thriller books that I read before. I read her first book, what's it called? Okay, so I read her other book called Sometimes I Lie. That one was really crazy too. In my opinion, I was really mad about that book. I still am, because the book was really weird. But same thing with this book. This one is about this girl named Amy Sinclair. She's an actress, and one day she comes home, she finds her husband's phone, wallet, keys on the table, and he's gone. Like, he just went missing suddenly, and the police is trying to help her and find, you know, what happened to her husband. And obviously they think that she had something to do with it, and it goes crazy from there. But the book is in 2 point of views, and it's from Amy Sinclair when she's, you know, trying to find out what happened to her husband, and then the other one is from I could say it, but it's from when she was a child, of childhood and stuff like that. So yeah, so basically it goes between, well, you don't know it's her when she's a child until like later on in the book. It gets really crazy from there, like the 2 point of views. I really enjoyed it. The ending, oh my god, the ending was so freaking weird. The plot twist was so freaking weird. Like, when I tell you it was weird, you'll be like, you like, her writing, like when you read her books, it will make you like rethink everything that you just read. Like, basically everything you just read, you like, wait, what? And like, you trying to like piece it together, like, oh, like, then what's, like, I don't know, like her her books are so weird, but it's so good. Like, I don't know, like for some reason I really like books like that makes you like think like, wait, what? And like I like plot twists like that, like plot twists that you didn't think would come, or like you didn't think at all. It's just something that will like hit you right in it, like hit you right in the face. But I really like her writing. It's different. And at the end of each of her chapters, it always ends with a like question, like not like a question, but like a cliffhanger, and you're just like want to read for more, like read more, and you can't stop reading. So I think that's why I like her writing a lot, and that's why I give it 5 stars. Really enjoyed that book, and I can't wait for more of her books coming soon. Okay, so the next book that I read was Stay With Me. It's like a series because it's called Stay With Me in Seattle #9. So it's like different point of views of different people, stuff like that. But it's by Kristen Proby. Sorry about that. I gave this book 4 stars. This was a romance, and this one was really it was okay. It was good. It's like a great amount of romance and drama and all that extraness. And this one is about a girl named Amelia who leaves her past behind. Like basically she's moving to Seattle to move away from her husband because her husband just got divorced, and she's basically like a beauty and she has a beauty and fashion career, so she basically films videos on YouTube. Yeah, so basically they get divorced, and she basically needs to move to Seattle because she has nowhere to live because her husband basically took the house. So she basically lives with her cousin, and then all of a sudden she sees this nice hot guy who lives across the street from her, and sizzling things start happening. This book was really cute. I really loved it. You know me, I love my romance, so it kept me on my toes. It was really good. I gave this book 4 stars. I recommend people reading it who really love romance. This one it's not young adult, it's new adult. So new adult is basically like grown up, like after college. That makes sense. The next book that I read was The Passengers by John Mars. I gave this book 4 stars. I really like this book. I read one of his other books called The One, and I think that one is turning into a Netflix series. Can't wait till that comes out because I really loved both of his books. This one's about it's about these 8 self-driving cars, and all 8 of them gets hacked by a hacker who takes control of their cars and starts driving them to their death. So basically, like he's threatening them, saying, "Oh, like basically just sending them to their death." And all 8 of the cars are on live television, so everyone is watching like what's going down and stuff. And it's crazy. So now the public has to basically like have a say like who survives and who dies. And I'm just like, when I was reading the whole book, I was just like, what in the world am I reading? Like the book was really good. Like the first half of the book was really good, and then like the third half, like when they like revealed the hacker and all the other stuff, it started to get downhill from there. But I think that's why I took off a star, because of the ending and everything. I really liked it. It was really, really fast paced. I'm not used to fast paced thrillers. I'm so used to slow burns, but this one was like a fast pace. I think that's why it kind of slowed down after that, because of, you know, the fast pace of the book and stuff like that. I really enjoy it. I really recommend both of his books, the one in The Passengers, and he has a new book. I think it already came out, or I think it's gonna come out, but I really want to read that one so bad because both of his books were good, and I really recommend his books to everyone because he is a good author. Okay, so now I'll be talking about books that I'm currently reading right now. So right now I'm reading The Other People by C.J. Tudor. This one is a thriller. I feel like it's like a horror at the same time, but this one is about this family man named Gabe who lost his wife and his daughter one night when he comes home from work, and basically like ever since then he thinks that his daughter is still alive, like his daughter and his wife is alive, and basically like he's trying to investigate like what happens. Yeah, I'm not finished with the book. I'm like 59%, like halfway done with the book, so I don't have any thoughts. I just think that so far it's getting good. I really like it. So the next book that I started reading yesterday was The Safe Place by Anna Downs. Now this is an arc that I got from Bookish First. It's a website where you could get free books, synopsis, but read like a few pages of the book and like just have your thoughts, like your first thoughts about it. And I really this is the first book I read. I mean, the first book I won from them. I have another book coming from them. It's called My Eyes Are Up Here. I forgot the author's name. Yeah, so this one is a thriller. So this arc doesn't come out until next month on the 14th. So that's why I'm currently reading it, because it's gonna come out soon. I'm supposed to read this way before, but I kept forgetting, so I'm trying to read it now. So far, I feel like it's a slow burn. Don't have any thoughts on it yet. Hopefully, you guys could hear my thoughts on the book. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and make sure you guys like the video and comment down below, you know, what books you've been reading, and make sure you guys hit that red and make sure you please hit the red subscribe button to get more videos from me, because pretty soon I'll be uploading a lot. And make sure you guys follow all my socials. There will be linked down below, or they're gonna be in the video. And yeah, so I see you guys in the next video. Bye.